Stand by, please. Wow. All right. Excuse me. Perhaps I should try to start talking before I sit down for the game, huh? Hey everybody, Spokane Steve, and it's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Let's see, where's my crowd ambience here? There it is. And good afternoon, Simon and Jack Dawson. Hang on, I'll get it clear. And there's Joe Horlin, and snow has finally arrived in Tahoe. Wow. Ours is gone. It warmed up a bit, but more on the way. We got a ball game today, Atlanta at Philadelphia. First, let's get to the elephant in the room, the big guffaw of yesterday's game where I treated Jaster as a right-handed pitcher for the first 2 innings. I reviewed the game. This play here, the double play by Swoboda, that should have been a ground ball B. Other than that, everything would have been the same, lefty or righty. So on review, there's no reason to overturn the game. The game will stand. It was a fine performance by Jaster. The lesson learned here, obviously, is do not assume. We all know that old saying about what happens when you assume. And I was assuming, for some reason in my mind, that Jaster was a righty, when in fact he is a left-handed pitcher, or was a left-handed pitcher. Is Larry Jaster alive? I just thought of that question. Well, that's one for the research team. Is Larry Jaster still living? I'll get to this game here. For Atlanta, it will be Wade Blasingame, 5.32 in 68 innings. And Blasingame is a left-hander. Jim Bunning, I know, is a right-hander. Wait, what did I just say about assuming? Yes, Bunning is a right-hander. Bunning, a 19-game winner with a 2.41. He needs no introduction. He's a Hall of Famer. Blasingame had some good years in his career. This, however, was not one of them. And good afternoon, Aaron, and welcome. We're just getting to the starting lineups here for Atlanta. Batting leadoff, playing left field, Felipe Alou. Batting second at second base, Sandy Alomar. I made up this printed card. He had about 44 at-bats that year, so I went ahead and printed his computer-only card. Hank Aaron will bat third and play right field, with Eddie Matthews in the cleanup spot at third base. Joe Torre will do the catching and bat fifth. Lee Thomas is at first base, hitting sixth. Dennis Menke will be at shortstop today, hitting seventh. Gary Geiger will be in center, batting eighth. And Blasingame hitting ninth. I got... what the heck happened there? Okay, where did Alou go? Good grief, there he is. Alou Alomar. Like that. This Alomar card is going to be a pain in my butt. I can see that right now. And here's the lineup for the Phillies. It'll be Tony Taylor leading off, playing second base. Batting second in right field will be Johnny Callison. Shortstop will be Dick Grote. He'll hit third. Dick Allen will bat cleanup and play third base. Batting fifth will be Bill White at first base. Cookie Rojas in left field today hits sixth. Jackie Brandt will be in center field, hitting seventh. Bob Uecker to do the catching, hitting eighth, with Bunning hitting ninth. And thank you, Joel. Jaster's still alive and he's 79 years young. How about that? Jaster the Dodger Killer, he was known as. And that was in the 60s, so yeah. Another thing I've done is I've dimmed down even more. I went from the 800 lumen light. I'm down to a 620 now, a soft white. So let me know if you see any difference. I like this even better, but if I get too low or not bright enough, please let me know. This is an even softer bulb than yesterday. And welcome Mike C. Mike's for the Phillies. Phillies coming in this game 5-0. The Braves are 3-2. The Phillies have a share of first place, I believe. And we'll go ahead and get things underway here. Okay, Felipe Alou steps in, right-handed batter. Bunning's ready now. Umpire says play ball. Here's the pitch to Alou. On a 3-10 against the righty. That's a base hit up the middle. Felipe Alou, a leadoff single here, and we are underway. Felipe, not a threat to steal. And Alomar, a terrible hitter. Yes, see, this is what I mean. This thing is going to be hard to flip over. He's a C bunter. He's going to lay it down because he sees that bad. On a 4, we've got a C sacrifice, and he lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt and moves the runner along. So we're going to score that to 3, Alou to second. Sacrifice hit Alomar. You know, I remember Alomar as a California Angel. It wasn't until I was making up this lineup that I realized that he initially came up with the Milwaukee Braves. He didn't play all that much there. Then I think he was traded to Chicago White Sox. I could be wrong about that. So 1 down, and here's Henry Aaron with a runner in scoring position. Bunning gets the sign now. The pitch to the hammer is a 3-3, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Bunning fans Aaron, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Eddie Matthews, the left-handed hitting third baseman, fearsome power hitter in his day. 250 with 16 homers this year, still a 420 slugging. So Eddie was on the downside of his career by this point, but still a threat. Bunting from the stretch. The pitch to Eddie, a 5-5. That's a single to 12. However, that line drive is going to be speared by White, and that will end the inning. So a liner to first base. No runs, a hit. A man left on. At the end of half an inning, it's Atlanta 0, Philadelphia coming to bat. And here's Blasingame now. Blasingame, a left-handed pitcher. I'm just giving myself a hard time. And here is Taylor. Tony Taylor playing second base, moving Cookie Rojas to left, which I personally find an unusual choice. Of course, where else they were going to play Taylor? They were trying to get his bat in the lineup, I suppose. The lefty winds and deals. Here's the pitch on a 3-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Taylor. Way out in front of that changeup from Blasingame. And here's Callison now, lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-5 to the left-hander. High fly ball to right field. Back goes Aaron. It's gone. Home run, Johnny Callison. And the Phils are on the board. Let's take another look at it. 5-5 to the lefty. Homer to 19. Well, he cleared that one by plenty, as Johnny Callison lofts one deep into the right field bleachers, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead. Here's Dick Grote now, the right-handed hitting shortstop. Another player I remember Grote as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Just call him out when you know him, you know. Whatever I think of, I'll just say it. The pitch to Grow to 1-6 to the lefty. It's a fly to center. That's going to be playable for Geiger. He runs it down, and that'll be 2 away. Here's Dick Allen now. Dick Allen, freaking scary against left-handed pitchers. I mean, holy cow. Look at that ones column. And the threes column, devastating as well. Here's the pitch from Blasingame. That's a 5-8 to the righty. That's going to be second base X ground ball. That will be Alomar. Sandy, a 3E17 out there. Ranges behind the bag. And here's the play on a 9. That will be the error range. So on an E17, we have a roll of an 8. He scoops it, turns, off balance throw, and nails him. So a nice play by Sandy Alomar to retire the side. But the Phillies get a run on Johnny Callison's home run, and after 1 complete, they lead it 1-0. Just getting underway here, folks. 1 inning in the books. I was out and about a little bit today, doing a little shopping. Had to go pick up a couple of prescriptions. The usual BS, you know. Here's Bunning now. He's ready. It'll be Torrey, Thomas, and Menke for the Braves. This looks like it could be a little bit straighter. There we go. Okay, how's that look? Pretty good. And there's Bob Cole. Hey, Bob. Callison home. I saw that off of Bill Singer. First inning. Now, Bob, if you look at my, is this what you meant? I've got the records up here now. After I calmed down from the game, was able to focus a little better, I thought, I think I see what he means. Didn't get it yesterday. All right, top of the second inning. Here's Torrey now. Bunning winds and deals. On a 1-3 to the righty. Fly to center field. That's going to be playable for Brandt. He's there and makes the catch. Lee Thomas, left-handed hitting first baseman up now. Bunning from the windup. The pitch on a 5-8. That's a grounder to second base X. That'll be Tony Taylor. Taylor, a 3E11. Ranges into the hole. Here's the play on a 16. He scoops it up, flips over to White in time, and there's quickly 2 away here in the second inning. And Dennis Menke will be the batter. Menke also Cincinnati Red, Houston Astro later in his career. Among others, quite possibly. Those are 2 that I remember. And here's Bunning with the pitch to Menke. A 5-5 to the right-hander. Swung on and missed strike 3. And down goes Menke. That's 2 Ks for Bunning. 1-2-3 second inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0. Blasingame getting ready now. White, Rojas, and Brandt due for the Phillies. And thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I like that too, Bob. I like the way that looks. He went to Houston. Okay, and then at some point he went to the White. Maybe he went from the Angels to the White Sox. He had a short stay at the White Sox, I think. Anyway, bottom of the second. It's Bill White, Rojas, and Brandt. Blasingame, the left-hander, gets his sign from Torrey. Here's the pitch to White, lefty on lefty. It's a 3-6, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes White. And that's 2 Ks for Blasingame now. Wade ready to pitch to Rojas now, a right-handed batter. The pitch to Cookie is a 4-9, a fly ball to right field. That's going to be playable for Hank Aaron. He's right there and makes the catch. 2 down, and Jackie Brandt will be the hitter. Right-handed hitting outfielder, playing center today. Blasingame, the windup. The pitch is a 6-8. That's a base hit into left field. So Jackie Brandt with a 2-out single. No threat to steal. He's a 1-14 runner. And here's Bob Uecker. Always enjoyable. I enjoy just saying his name, quite frankly. And here's the pitch to Uecker. On a 5-7, the right-hander, a single to 3, but that liner's going to find the glove of Alomar. And that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After 2 complete, it's Phillies 1, Braves nothing. And absolutely, another fine fact there pointed out by Aaron, Bunning's great run of success. Of course, Bunning a Hall of Famer, that speaks for itself. Let's see, I had him up here somewhere. What game is this? I'm using the laptop and the crap top today. 20 wins in 1957, which led the league. That's what I was looking for. I knew he had a 20-win season in there. I was pretty sure he had a 20-win season in there somewhere. Okay, Bunning's ready to work as we go into the 3rd inning. Phillies leading 1-0. Geiger, Blasingame, and Alou due up for the Braves. Bunning, the sign from Uecker. The pitch to Geiger, that's a 3-8. Swung on and missed strike 3. And down goes Gary Geiger. And here's Blasingame now. A left-handed hitting pitcher. 3 hitters card and a weak. Here's the pitch, a 4-7 to the lefty. A double to 1, but that's going to be a playable fly ball. Rojas drifting over and makes the catch for the out. And here's Felipe Alou, single to lead off the game. Bunning, the windup. The pitch to Felipe, a 5-5, swung on and missed strike 3. And boy, does Bunning look good today. That's 4 Ks. He's retired 9 in a row since the leadoff single. Blasingame trying to hang with him. Bunning will lead off here. He's a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Blasingame, a 5-4, a fly to center, shallow. In comes Geiger, still coming on, and catches up with it. 1 down. Here's Tony Taylor now. Taylor struck out of the 1st. Blasingame, the windup. And the pitch, it's a 5-6, swung on and missed strike 3. 5-6 righty. That's correct. Tony Taylor goes down on strikes. How's any thoughts on the new lighting? I went a little bit, I went from 800 lumens yesterday to 620 today. I like the way it looks, but if you think I'm getting not bright enough, want to go back to the 800, leave it in the comments. I think this could be aimed over this way a little bit better. Perhaps even the tower slid back a little bit. Let me hit that. There we go. Okay, we move along to the bottom of the 3rd. It will be Callison, Grote, and Allen. Callison's home run in the 1st inning, of course, representing... Wait a second. There's 2 down. This is what happens when I try to do 2 things at once. 2 away in the 3rd. Here's Callison, who homered in the 1st. A 5-6, a tapper down to first base. That's going to be Thomas. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that'll retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Blasingame. And after 3 complete, it's Phillies 1, Braves nothing. And everyone seems to like the lighting. Okay, good deal. Mission accomplished there. We move along to the fourth inning here. It'll be Alomar, Aaron, and Matthews. Alomar, switch hitter, isn't he? Absolutely is. Batting lefty. There's the pitch from Bunning. It's a 4-9 against the lefty, and he walks him. Holy crap, a leadoff walk to Alomar, and I mean, okay, there's nothing on that card. Nothing. And he walked him. Alomar is an E stealer, 1 through 15 base runner, so no threat to steal. He would become a threat to steal later on in his career, if I remember correctly. So no need to hold him on. And here comes Henry Aaron now, bunting from the stretch. The pitch to Aaron on a 1-4, he draws the walk. So Bunting, sailing along through 3, suddenly running into some control problems here in the 4th as he walks the first 2 batters. And here's Eddie Matthews now. Matthews lined out to first in the first inning. Infield double play depth. The pitch to Matthews on a 5-8 is a ground ball to second base X. That'll be Tony Taylor. Taylor a 3-E-11. He's behind the bag. Here's the play on a 13. He's got it. Flips to the shortstop for the force. Grote to first, not in time. So that'll be a 4-6 force. Alomar will take third on the play. Aaron is forced. Matthews will be at first base now. Runners at the corners, 1 down, and Joe Torre will be the hitter. The Phillies will stay at double play depth. Bunting trying to get a ground ball to get out of this, leading 1-0. Runners at the corners and 1 down. Here's the pitch to Torre on a 2-2. Lines it to the shortstop, steps on the bag, and he's got him for a double play. Oh my God, would you look at that. 2-2 shortstop line out max. So an L6 DP retires the side. Bunting did not get the ground ball, but he sure as hell got the double play. And the Braves are turned away again in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th now, Grote, Allen, and White due for Philadelphia. And Aaron says Tigers traded Bunting to the Phils when he struggled to get Yankees left-handed batters out. Well, in that period of time, many people did, right? Struggled to get lefty Yankee batters out, that is. Blasting game ready to go as Dick Grote steps in. The windup. Pitch to Grote is a 6-8 to the right-hander. It's a base hit into left field. And Dick Grote with a leadoff single. Grote, no need to be held on. Well, maybe he would be. Let's check that. A +2 for Blasting game. A 0. So he'd be a 15. But a 3 chance of a lead, that's kind of risky to try for, especially with a 1 through 10 runner. I have to clarify myself on that rule. Bear with me. Is that, I can't remember now if it is the pick off and balk thing. 10, 11. Second steal rating. So the runner rating has nothing to do with it. That's what I thought. It'd be the second steal rating. So in other words, if Grote were to attempt to get the 3 and a 1 were rolled, his pickoff number would be 6. So that's something you don't want to, I don't like to mess around with that. Dick Allen will hit away. Here's Blasting game's pitch. On a 6-6 to Allen, he walks him. And the Phillies are in business here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners at first and second and nobody out. And here comes Bill White. White among the National League RBI leaders at the moment. Lefty on lefty now as Blasingame comes set and delivers to the plate on a 2-11 high fly ball into right field. Back goes Aaron. It's gone. A 3-run blast for Bill White, and it's 4-0. Let's look at that again. 2-11, homer to 15 on an 8. Bill White adds to his RBI total with 3 more. And it is 4-0 Phillies. Here's Rojas now. Blasingame, a bit unsettled. Torrey out to the mound for a quick visit. Now back behind the plate, gets his sign. The pitch to Cookie is a 4-9. Fly to right field, playable for Aaron. He'll make the catch for the out, and there's one away. That'll bring up Jackie Brandt. Brandt singled in the second inning. Blasingame winds and deals. There's a 4-8 to the righty. That's going to be a triple to 8, but he'll settle for a long single as it's quickly cut off by Geiger, who holds him to a long single. Blasingame getting cuffed around here. The Braves may want to get somebody up in the bullpen. They're going to get Chichi, Olivo, and Clay Carroll loosening. As Blasingame from the stretch delivers to Bob Euchre. 6-5. Grounder to short. That's going to be 2. Menke has it to Alomar to first. Double play, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies explode for 3 on 3 hits. The big blow, of course, the 3-run home run by Bill White. And after 4 complete, they lead it 4-0. And Aaron says, get Clay Carroll ready. Well, he's getting ready. I was thinking about Olivo, but it looks like we have a vote for Clay Carroll. Thomas, Menke, and Geiger due up for Atlanta as they try to get back in this thing. Bunning has only allowed 1 hit to this point. He's been very impressive as he winds and deals to Lee Thomas. A 2-12 against the righty. A liner to first, speared by White. Bill White with a fine play, and there's 1 down. And here's Menke. Menke struck out his first time up. Here's the windup. The pitch from Bunning on a 4-10, a fly to center, shallow. In comes Geiger, still coming. He's there to make the catch, and quickly there are 2 away. Actually, that was Brandt making the catch. I beg your pardon. Geiger's up next. Bunning's pitch to Geiger. On a 1-2, he draws the walk. And at this point, I'd have to say that Blasingame's had enough. They're going to send up a hitter for him. Clay Carroll's ready to come in. So Blasingame lasts only 4 innings. He wasn't fooling too many people today. 5 hits, 4 runs, a pair of home runs. He walked 1, struck out 3. And now the Braves will need a pinch hitter. Here's Clay Carroll. Runner on first, 2 down. They kind of need the all or nothing shot. This looks like a job for Mac Jones to me. Jones did not play in this game in real life, but as you know, I only use those as suggestions. It's flexible. So Mac Jones is going to pinch hit for Blasingame here. Left-handed batter. Good power. Very nice threes column. Bunting from the stretch. Pitch to Jones on a 6-6. Grounder to first. That's playable for White. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the fifth, still 4-0. And here comes, whoops, there's my extra pitchers, computer cards. Here's Clay Carroll. Carroll, a right-hander. Let's take a look at his numbers quickly. 8-7, 2.37 earned run average, 144 innings, and he picked up 11 saves. It'll be Bunting, and then back to the top of the order for the Phillies here in the bottom of the fifth. The windup and the pitch, a 6-10 to the right-hander. Shortstop X ground ball. That'll be Menke, but a 4E38. This could be an adventure. Here's the roll on the play. Menke can't get it. That's going to be ruled a base hit. That would have been a difficult play. Let's give Menke a little break there. It would have taken a Gold Glove one defender to make that play, but Bunting's aboard with a single. And here's Tony Taylor. Clay Carroll from the stretch. Pitch to Taylor, a 6-9. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Well, that's going to be Menke again. 4E38 behind the bag now. It's a 20. He makes the force play. Just does get to his feet in time to shovel to Alomar, and they get the lead runner. So a 6-4 forces Bunting. Taylor's at first base now with one away, and here's Callison, who's already homered in this ball game. That was off Blasingame, however. Carroll from the stretch. Pitch to Callison on a 2-11. That's a grounder to third base. That's going to be Matthews down to Alomar to first, not in time. Another force play. That one will go 5-4. And now Callison standing at first. He'll have to be held on. Carroll a -1, so that's 14. That'll be a 1-12 held. And Dick Groat will hit away. So Callison held, 2 down. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Groat on a 6-7. A tapper down to third. Matthews has it and throws him out. And that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After 5 complete, Phillies 4, Braves nothing. Bunting getting ready to go in the 6th. Bunting a workhorse, an S8 endurance. Indeed, Menke is getting a workout. At least he made that last play. I would have bet the house he was going to blow it again. To be fair to Menke, shortstop was not his best position. Here's Alomar now, leading off the 6th as Bunting goes into his windup. The pitch to the lefty is a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Sandy Alomar. Hank Aaron 0 for 1 with a walk. Bunting the windup. The pitch to Hank, a 4-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh my God, Bunting is just sailing along now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 Ks for Bunting. And here's Eddie Matthews. The pitch to Matthews, a 6-8 pop-up left side, right side rather, that's Taylor, calling for it, and he's got it. 6-8 pop out second base. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves. Bunting sailing along as the Phillies take a 4-0 lead to the bottom of the inning. Carroll coming back out there. He'll probably pitch till his arm falls off or until a pinch hitter is required, whichever occurs first. Probably the latter. Give me a minute to get set here. Bottom of the sixth will feature Dick Allen, Bill White, and Cookie Rojas. Allen 0 for 1 with a walk. Clay Carroll goes into the windup. The pitch to Dick Allen on a 1-5. It's a high fly ball to left field. Alou racing back, just shy of the track, makes the catch for the out. So Allen gave it a ride. That would have been gone against the lefty Blasingame. And here's Bill White. White has a home run today. Has knocked in 3 of the 4 runs. The other by Callison's homer, of course. Here's the pitch from Carroll. A 2-9. High fly ball to right field and deep. Aaron drifting back on the track makes the catch for the out. So 2 hard hit balls for outs off of Clay Carroll here in the bottom of the sixth. No, you're absolutely right. Alou should have led off. Holy cow, let's backpedal that. Let's backpedal that before I get into trouble like I did yesterday. Bear with me, folks. Umpire review. So I'm looking at the top of the sixth. Let's see if I can clean this up. I may just have to back it up. My apologies, folks. I want to get this right. Five, 7 righty, that would be a K. Then it would have been Alomar. Alomar on a 4-9 would have drawn the walk. Let's see how this plays out. Aaron on a 6-8 would still strike out. This is about the only way I can think of to do this that's fair. I got to do another roll for Matthews. 5-5, single to 12. Matthews would have a single. So we're going to back it up to that point. My apologies. This seems to be the fairest way to do this. So Matthews with a 2-out single, first and second, and Torrey will be the hitter. And here's the pitch from Bunning on a 1-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Torrey. So the end result the same, but that seems to me the best way to handle it. So we're going to rewind it here. We go to the bottom of the sixth, Dick Allen again. The pitch from Carroll on a 5-2. It's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Alomar, 3E17. Here's the roll on the play on a 19. A fine play by Alomar. Allen had a 1-5 fly out in the at-bat that does not count. Here's White. Carroll on a 6-5. It's a pop out to second base. Okay, so I'm glad it worked out that way, so no real harm done. But I want to thank Mike for pointing that out. I don't know how I missed a Lou. I must have flipped his card or something. Two down, and here's Cookie Rojas. And now we're caught up again. Here's the pitch from Carroll on a 6-12. Fly to center, shallow. Geiger coming in, still coming, catches up with it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Clay Carroll. So fortunately, Carroll's inning was not affected. And after 6 complete, it's 4-0 Phillies. Bunning does pick up an extra strikeout in the re-rolls, however. And thank you, Beach. That makes me feel a little better. I was just beating myself up last night for mistakes, and then I do that. It's a work in progress. 4-0 after 6 complete. Bunning ready to work here at the top of the 7th. It will be Thomas, Menke, and Geiger due up for Atlanta. And here's the pitch to Thomas, a 3-9. Grounder down to second base. That's playable for Taylor. He's got it cleanly. Throws over to White for the putout. And here's Dennis Menke, 0 for 2 so far. Some struggles in the field today. Bunning delivers on a 6-4. It's a fly to center field X. That's going to be Jackie Brandt. Brandt's a 3E5 out there as he ranges into the gap. Here's the play. On a 19, he runs it down nicely, and there's 2 away. That'll go 8X, and Gary Geiger will be the hitter. Geiger 0 for 1 with a walk. Bunning cruising now. That should be a little darker. Pitch to Geiger on a 2-2. He draws the walk. I think that's the same roll he had his last at bat, a 2-2. No threat to run, and now the Braves will have to send up a pinch hitter for Carroll. So Carroll works a fine 2 innings. He gave up only 1 hit, no walks, no strikeouts, no runs allowed. Mostly righties coming up. That means Chichi Olivo. It could be Jarvis. In the real game, they used only Carroll. Olivo is going to get loose. A right-hander. And now we'll have a hitter. They really need to get on the board. There's no sense holding it back any longer. They're going to pull out their best bench player, Rico Cardi. So Cardi's going to come up and bat here. Runner on first and 2 down, and here's Rico Cardi, magnificent hitter. Bunting from the stretch. Pitch to Cardi, a 2-9. It's a grounder to short. Playable for Grote. Throws him out. So Cardi's retired. That will do it for the Braves. No runs, no hits. They leave 1. And Bunting is just sailing along with a 4-0 lead. Here's Olivo now. 4.23, 66 innings. If he gets in any trouble, Jarvis and Odell tossing lightly behind him. Braves trying to pull out all the stops here. They're not out of this game, but they are running out of time. Brandt, Euchre, and Bunning for Philadelphia. Olivo into the windup. Pitch to Jackie Brandt is a 6-8. That's going to be a grounder down to third. That'll be handled by Matthews. Sets up and throws him out. One down, and here's Bob Euchre. Euchre 0 for 2. Olivo the windup. The pitch to Euchre is a 6-7. Second base X. That's going to be Alomar. Alomar a 3E17. And here's the play. On a 1, he can't get to it. That's going to be a base hit. That would have been a tough play. And Bob Euchre's aboard with a single. He says something down there to Thomas, and they both chuckle. Bunning's going to lay it down. He's a B bunter. That's going to be an 8 on a B. And it's a successful sacrifice by Bunning. We'll call that 1-3. Euchre takes second with 2 away, and Tony Taylor will be the hitter. Taylor 0 for 3, struck out twice. Olivo from the stretch. It's a 6-10. That's a grounder down to first base. Thomas has it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. So no runs, a hit, 1 left. And after 7 complete, Phillies lead 4-0. And the real story in the game right now is Bunning. Bunning sniffing that complete game shutout. How about that? Top of the order for Atlanta, Alou, Alomar, Aaron. We may have a hitter for Alomar. In fact, I'm almost certain we will. Even though he's walked twice and a sacrifice, so he's 0 for 0. Pair of walks, but that's just a horrible card. Bunning the windup. Pitch to Alou on a 4-7. A double to 4, and that gets down in center. Holy cow, look at that. Alou rounding first. He's in there with a leadoff double. And now we will have a hitter for Alomar. Mainly I want to get this paper card out of here. It's bugging me. Okay, what do we got here for Atlanta? They would need another second baseman. They've got several choices there. Mignon's a 4. He would become a good fielder later in his career. So Bowling could come in and play second. He's their best defender there. And they're running out of hitters, so who would bat? Actually, Woodward's the hitter. Woodward's going to bat and play second. That way we don't waste 2 players. So Woody Woodward coming on now. He'll hit for Alomar. And stay in the game and play second base where he's a 3E24. Runner on second, nobody out. Nobody warming in the Philly pen. It's all Bunning. And here's the pitch to Woodward. On a 6-8, swung on and missed strike 3. And down goes Woodward. If you're wondering what Alomar would have done, he would have popped out to second. Here's the hammer. Hammer and Hank. Boy, I'm tempted to put... No, you wouldn't walk him with a 4-0 lead. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, struck out twice. Bunning's pretty much had his number, and from the stretch, delivers to Aaron on a 1-6. That is going to be a 2-base advance single into right field, and Alou's going to come in and score, and Atlanta's on the board. So an RBI single from Henry Aaron drives in a run. Aaron and asterisk 19 will have to be held on. Bunting a +2, so that's a 20. He's an 1 to 18 if he can get the lead, and he's going to try for it. He needs a 7. He does not get it. So Matthews will swing away. The next hitter walk is going to tire Bunting now, as the Phillies get Darryl Knowles loose in the pen. He'll be joined by Bo Belinsky, two left-handers. How about that? So Aaron held on, 1 down. From the stretch, the pitch to Eddie Matthews. It's a 1-7, and he walks him. And here comes Gene Mauch, and Bunting is fatigued. Holy crap, Bunting sailing along. I thought he was going for the shutout, for sure. But he's coming out here. Damn. How quickly it can turn. Bunting 7 1/3. He only allowed 4 hits. He did walk 6, however. Struck out 8. He's allowed only the 1 run so far, but 2 runners on are his responsibility. And here comes Knowles. Knowles pitched in this game in real life. Joe Torre due up. Lee Thomas on deck. First and second, 1 out. Phillies leading 4-1, but it's getting tight here in the 8th. Torre represents the tying run at the plate. Knowles from the stretch. The pitch to Joe Torre is a 4-2. That's a grounder down to third, and that's going to be 2. Allen has it to Taylor to first, double play. And Knowles comes in on 1 pitch, induces Torre to hit the ground ball to third, and gets out of the mess. For the Braves, 1 run, 2 hits, they leave 1. And at the end of 7 1/2, it's 4-1 Philadelphia. So great job by Knowles. Olivo will come out to pitch the bottom of the inning. Odell and Jarvis still in the Atlanta pen. Here's Callison, 1 for 3 with a home run. Olivo, the windup. Pitch to Callison on a 3-5. That's a base hit into right field. So Callison's 2 for 4 here with a leadoff single. Olivo is a -1. Catcher a 0, so he's a 14 not held. Callison will have to be held on. That'll make him a 1 through 12. And here's Dick Grote. Grote 1 for 3. Olivo gets the sign from Torre from the stretch. The pitch to Grote is a 3-5. It's a foul out, left side. Matthews there and makes the catch. So 1 away, runner still held on, and here's Dick Allen. Allen 0 for 2 with a walk. Olivo from the stretch. And here's the pitch on a 3-6, a single to 6, just single to 5 rather, just misses it on a 7. Instead, that's going to be a ground ball A to third base, which is going to be Matthews to Woodward to first, double play. And Olivo gets out of it. No runs a hit, no one left on. If someone had gotten on, Odell would have come in to pitch to White in that situation. just to share my thoughts. And we move along to the 9th inning. The Phillies with a 4-1 lead. Knowles will be facing Thomas, Menke, and Geiger. Probably a hitter for Geiger. Probably a hitter for Thomas, quite frankly. The Braves are running out of bench players, though. Let me take a look at my computer game. I feel I have to try to do something for Atlanta here. Let's see if they had any little computer-only cards that could pinch hit against a left-hander. Pitcher. God, they really don't. There's nothing there. Okay, Thomas, the first baseman. Gene Oliver is going to bat for Lee Thomas. Oliver, a right-handed batter. Catcher, left field, first base. So Gene Oliver will lead off the 9th. Knowles into the windup now. The pitch to Oliver is a 2-7. It's tapper down to short. Grote has it. Throws across in time, and there's one away. Dennis Menke will be the hitter now. 0 for 3 today. Knowles into the windup. The pitch is a 1-10. Grounder down to third. That's playable for Dick Allen. He's got it. And throws him out. And the Braves are down to their last out. And they're going to look for a hitter for Geiger. Not much here. It'll be Felix Millan. So Felix Millan, who would go on to be an everyday second baseman, this would have been his rookie year. Didn't play much. He would become the everyday second baseman in 1968. And he went to the Mets in 73. He was on that Mets 73 World Series team who lost to the Oakland A's. So Millan representing the last hope here for Atlanta as Knowles goes into the windup. The pitch to Millan, a 5-8, grounder to second base X. That's going to be Taylor. Taylor is a 3-E11. This could do it. On an 11, that's going to be the error range. So on an E11, the roll of a 5, and he boots it. The Braves still have hope. That's going to go E4. Error Philadelphia. And now we need a batter for Olivo. Olivo worked 2 innings, gave up 2 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. And what do they have left? They're down to 2 batters where I will have to go to little cards. Mike De La Hoz will come on and hit for the pitcher. Right-handed batter. Runner on first, 2 down. Phillies lead 4-1. Knowles from the stretch. And here's the pitch on a 2-10. That's a base hit into center field, an open single. Mian can try to take third on that. That's a 14 with 2 outs, 16. It's to center. -2. Now he's not going to risk making the final out down by that many runs. So it's a base hit. Mian will hold at second. And now they bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Felipe Alou, who's 2 for 4 today. What to do now? This really isn't Noel's fault. There was an error. He should be out of this inning by now. I'm going to give him one more batter. But the Phillies are going to get Fergie Jenkins up just in case. Euchre out to the mound now. Probably buying some time for Fergie. Okay, he settles back in now. Conference concluded. First and second, 2 down. Phillies lead 4-1. Darryl Knowles versus Felipe Alou. And from the stretch, here's the pitch on a 6-4. A grounder to shortstop. That's going to do it. Grote has it. Goes the short way, and that's the ball game. No runs, a hit. 2 left on. There was an error. Four to 1 Philly, the final. One and 2/3. I'll have to see if Knowles gets a save under the old rules. In the 8th inning, with a 4-0 lead, 4-1, 2 men on. He faced the tying or go-ahead run. He does get a save. So bunting the win under the old rules, the save to Knowles and the loss to Blasingame. So let's go to my records here. We'll see what this does. For Bunting, he's 2-0. That will be Knowles' first save. And that's Blasingame's first decision. He drops to 0-1. Knowles allowed 1 hit, no walks, no Ks. So for the Phillies, 4 runs on 8 hits. They made an error. The Braves 1 run on only 5 hits and no errors. And that's your final from Philadelphia. The Phillies remain undefeated. They're 6-0 now on the young season as they defeat the Braves 4-1. The Braves drop to an even 3-3. Tomorrow's ball game, which I might even play later tonight. I'm feeling pretty good today. That will be the Cincinnati Reds at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sammy Ellis versus Steve Blass. So please join me for that. Sorry about this mess up again. I've got to focus more or something. I will strive to do better, folks. I want to thank you for hanging with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in again. In the meantime, this is Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Take care, everybody. So long now.